Good morning, folks. This morning's soap is from local Gent. It's called Clown Fruit, and you'll have to look for it on a buy, sell, trade, something along those lines, because it's no longer being offered. Show you what it looks like on the inside. You can tell I've already been in it. It's fairly firm, but it's really easy to scoop out if you're putting it in a bowl. It has a really nice scent. I'll put that stuff down below in the link. Also, this will be a first time use for me on the, I think it's pronounced Zaza. It comes in a packaging like that, and it is wrapped in a single wrapper like this. I think on the blade it said Superior Stainless, if I remember right. I'm going to give it a try. It'll be my first time using that one. Oh, alum block complete with rubber band. There's witch hazel with aloe, and it's getting a little low, about halfway. It's a pretty good size container. Also got the matching aftershave, if I can speak this morning. Got it whipped up in a distinctive gold wooden bowl, and got it, of course, on the wet side. This is, let's see if I can get it turned around here. This is a RazoRock 400, orange handle, synthetic knot, and I did like the label mentioned about blooming. I bloom all my soap, even shaving cream. Just works well for me. Smells really nice. Like I say, I'll put the scent down below. That way you have a better idea than what my nose might be trying to tell you. And the shaver of the day, and I believe you pronounce it Yaqi, and it's a DLC. Let's see, maybe that might help focus a little bit quicker. You can kind of see it does have a slight overhang on each end, and it may be kind of hard to tell, but this entire shaver is this dark blue color. It does resemble Douglas's double open comb, and Italian Barber has one that looks very much similar to it. Instead of using this like I have been for past few shaves, I am going to go ahead and use, here's the wrapper. I've already got it out of the wrapper. I also got the pre-shave that goes right along with this. I'm going to give it a try. And I've already put a hot towel to the face this morning, and try to get my wrapper to stay put. Go ahead and wet the face here. The scent is, for me, I really like it. I really like this scent. I remember reading there's a few folks that it wasn't for them, but the scent of this soap is really nice. Now, I have not used a pre-shave. Matter of fact, the actual pre-shave I've used is that stick version. I have not used one quite like this, so it seems to be easier for me to handle it this way, so we'll see how this works out. You have to get a little bit wetter. Still, I guess you might say, trying to get used to using a pre-shave as opposed to just using my bloom water as a pre-shave and work it into my face. I don't know. I might stick with it and I may not. I don't know. I haven't decided just yet. I do have a little bit of pre-shave to be working through, so try to leave some of it on there. I dropped it over there in my scuttle. I was looking like I don't know what I'm going to do with this now. Go ahead and get this on here. It's really too bad you can't smell this, because this really does smell great. It does have a fruit smell to it. Yes, it does. Citrus. And I'm not real sure when it comes to the shaver how and the blade, how well those are going to work together. This will be my first time shaving with both of those. Had quite a bit of fun warping up the lather this morning. I know I whip up my lather just a bit different than what others do. Mine's not near as fluffy, I guess you might say. I do keep it wet. I feel like it's more of a cream this way, and it just seems to shave better for me. I got a lot of it left in that bowl. I was working on it pretty good this morning, whipping it up. Alright. I have some over here. I have a container from Frugal Shave. He's got an Etsy website, and he has a dispenser for the double-edged safety razor blades, and I've got several Persona. Well, it's what was left out of a 100-pack that I put in there. I am getting a feedback with this. There's one little wee bit of shaving cream there. Wasn't really expecting the feedback quite like I'm hearing it. Just in case you might see a pleasant surprise. Seems to be pretty smooth. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. I'll put a link down below. I have to say, it's been a moment since I've been to his website, see what else is new, but I do know that he will, if you're familiar with Altoids, breath mints if you will, they, those containers that comes in, he puts a insert in there for where you can store a razor in there. He's had some spots where, in other words, where you can insert to the new blades and the whole 9 yards. He's even made them for the Rockwell 6. Yeah. I did get one of them for one of my razors. Thought it was a pretty ingenious idea. Great for travel, as well as just storing all your razors, because not all the razors you get will have cases, and it just makes it nicer to be able to store them in one of those. Yeah, this shave's gonna go pretty smooth. You gotta tell. Not only is the shaving cream doing a great job, but I think this shaver it's working pretty well. Razor blade's doing well too. Sometimes when they just say stainless steel, in other words, not a Teflon coating or something of the sort, usually those don't work all that well for me, but in this razor it's working quite well. And that I am getting lather all over me. Probably should mention that if you haven't heard already, this particular head on this razor as well as Douglas's and DLC double open comb, and the I think, trying to remember what Italian barber called his. His is got a little bit different verbiage to it. Self-lubricating open comb. There we go. Pattern after a vintage shaver. Matter of fact, I think that's what I'll do. I'll try to remember down below to put a link to all of those so you can take a peek at them, because I'm not sure. I know the Douglas's handle, I think, is a little bit shorter than what this one is, and I'm not sure about Italian barber. I have to think about that a moment. Just judging by the picture, I'm thinking it's a little bit longer than, in other words, it's closer to what I'm using right now. And this one here is offered more than just one color. You can get a chrome looking one, in other words, if you wanted one. At least it was at the time when I ordered this one. I've had this one for a few weeks. This being a Sunday for me, this is going to be a nice scent to be wearing today. How I managed to get most of what I'm shaving with today, as it goes for the pre-shave, the aftershave, the soap. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Got this from a group of guys in the Shavette world. It's nice to have guys like that. It's what they refer to as being sniped. Sniper gotcha. This is pretty easy to shave with. Like I said before, yesterday's shave with the injector, I do stretch just a bit more on the against the green pass than what I do with the green. For me, that's where I end up with, I guess you might say, more issues, is against the green pass if I don't stretch. I don't know that, not sure if you want to call this a mild. It might lean, of course it may be because of the blade I'm using. It's a pretty close shave. It might be medium on the aggressive, maybe. Kind of do what you've seen before. Paul trying to sell double chins on eBay. Sometimes it works better trying to catch that growth right through there. It's not the easiest to get. It is hard. Quite stubborn. This is a pretty smooth shave. Don't think the alum block's going to have a whole lot to say. Man, it feels really smooth and it felt nice. That was the only pack I got. I ordered these, you know, individually, in other words, and didn't order 100 of them, in other words, and seemed to work well with this razor. Some of these blades, in other words, I order them to give them a try to see if maybe my preconception of stainless steel, when they have just that verbiage, whether or not there's a shaver that'll work well with it. Because I have had some blades that work just really nice in a shaver, and I tried it in another one, and oh, it's like night and day. It is not the same shave. Did not work well, which is really odd. Like Persona for me, Astra SP, the green and white labeled ones. There's a few others that just seem to work well no matter what I put it in. Feather's another one. I haven't had, Feather works alright for me. I definitely can't complain. It does feel different in different shavers, but still get good shaves. And it doesn't feel like it. I got a spot right there trying to get red on me. That's not, in other words, that's not normal there. Other places, like right here, that stays red most of the time. Maybe different shades of red, but it stays red. Over here on by the sideburns, yeah, that's normal. If you've seen some of my videos, it gets to be kind of normal where I'm usually red at, but that's a little different there. We have to pay a little bit more attention to that. Oh, since it was mentioned yesterday, I will do this part here for the. I'm still using the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements beard oil. This is a 2-ounce container, and I'm wanting to say it's around $11, maybe $12. I can't remember for sure. And it comes with the eyedropper, which I really think that's a really good idea. I really like that. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is down to here. I don't have too much further to go. There's witch hazel. The good thing is I have another one of those down below under the cabinet. And I did cut my hair this morning. It was way past time for a haircut. And as warm as it's been, up in the 60s, that's like, oh my goodness. Clown fruit. This is, smells really nice. It does have alcohol in it. I can smell it. It is really pleasant scent. Sure, I'm glad I got this. I appreciate this, guys. Aftershave and clung. Pretty cool stuff. And once again, had it all whipped up with the RazoRock 400. I have plenty of shaving cream here inside my wooden bowl. And if you're wondering, I think I've showed it, but it's been a while. That's what the bottom of it looks like. Thought that was pretty cool. I have two of these bowls. I have one that have, I guess you might say, concentric rings that stay just a ring. Then the other one's a spiral. Got grooves in both of my wooden bowls. Works well for me. Had a great shave. Once again, I'll put a link down below for this shaver. DLC, and I think you can, I don't know if you pronounce it Yaqi or what it is. Anyway, I'll put links down below. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.